Behavior giveth, behavior taketh away. Many people know about the nerf to Strider and how it no longer counters perks like No Mither and Ironwell. We also know that this was behavior's way of nerfing the spirit without actually nerfing the spirit. However, what people don't know is that they actually buffed the spirit as well. For this patch, the one reliable way to tell if a spirit was faking was to use a flashlight and to try and attempt to blind the spirit. By shining a flashlight at the Husk eyes, you could easily tell if the spirit was faking or phasing by listening for the blinding sound effect or watching for the beam to narrow. If you heard the blinding sound effect or saw your beam start to narrow, you knew she was still there. If neither happened, you knew she was phasing and that you needed to leave the area because she can see the beam and hear the clicks as well. But now, when the spirit is phasing, if you shine a light at the husk, it will now be destroyed after a normal blinding time, sounding almost identical to actually blinding her. The only difference is that the beam doesn't narrow when burning a husk, so now you have to wait and see if the beam narrows or not to tell if she's phasing, which is a bigger deal than you'd think. Before, if you were paying attention, you could hear the sound almost instantly and know that she wasn't phasing. However, now you have to wait longer to see if she's phasing or not, because you have to wait to see. This makes you way more vulnerable and gives you less time to reposition if the spirit is actually phasing. Want to know the worst part? You get nothing for burning a husk. No points, no stun, no nothing. All it does is remove the husk and allow you to stand or walk where the husk was. However, this doesn't matter as the spirit sees that the husk is destroyed as well, so there's no hiding it. Admittedly, this isn't the craziest, biggest deal, especially when you think about other things they could have done to buff the spirit. It still appalls me that they would do this so soon after the community had such a large debate about whether or not Spirit had counterplay to begin with. It doesn't make sense to me. Admittedly, I'm not a game dev. Outside of a single 1 week game development camp I took back in like 7th grade, I have no experience developing games, so I can't say maybe there's some crazy angle that they're playing that I don't quite see yet. However, this just seems like a flat buff to me.